I am on location, Latte with Lynda on location. I'm just leaving after 3 hours, North London breast screening unit. So this is it. So a few weeks ago, I got a text message saying it's getting to get noisy. There's some kind of truck around the corner. A reminder of your mammogram follow-up appointment. I thought, a reminder, a follow-up. So I rang the number. The thing is, I didn't see the text until the evening, and the appointment was 9 o'clock in the morning in some location that I've never heard of, didn't even know how to get to. And just wait as I cross the road safely. I mean, I could be taken out before it would be unnecessarily early. Right, so text message. So this is one thing that caused great alarm. A text message to tell me that they were a bit concerned about a mammogram that I had and could I come along. Now, I prefer to get my communication in another way. So in a location that I don't know, I'm in, God knows, Edgware apparently. So I rang up and I said, I think you've got the wrong person. I said, oh, no, it's you. It's Lynda Smith. Went through all the details. So that caused great alarm. And I'd had no letter. They said, we sent the letter. I'm not sure if they did. Or whether it's an admin thing. You know, they send out a batch of letters and they get lost at, going through the post. You know, one or two are lost. But I didn't get it. So I then had to rearrange and find a time to be able to get here, and that was today. So they did send a letter that day, which I got. I got a letter. Don't think I got anything else in the letter. The information told me where I needed to be, and it said expect 2 to 4 hours. So I've been here for 3, just leaving. The last person to be seen, and I mean, lots of things to say. They were very nice. Well, most of them were very nice. I can read energy, and there was a woman at the start, a nurse, who I wasn't happy with, it triggered me in lots of different ways, because she had a great judgment. Because she was talking about a possible biopsy, which is quite alarming. Because I said, how big's the needle? You know, and will it leave a mark? And then I mentioned the word, because I got very cross. I mentioned the word mutilation, because that's what it feels like. And she said, and I said, maybe I'll choose not to have that today. At which point she said something about cancer, which I thought was really mean, really mean and unnecessary and very, very judgmental. To say to somebody who is possibly distressed, to use that language, I thought was unnecessary. Care would have been much more welcome. But everybody else was very nice. I've advised them to get a different machine from a mammogram, because when you've not got much up top, I mean, they're literally squeezing and dragging what you've got from every part of your body, and it was very, very painful. That's as much pain as I want to go through, thank you very much. At the time I spent, it was fine. I was able to use that time constructively. I found my video of a coaching session that I want to show to my coach, and going through answering some questions I've got to answer to send off. So that was all good. So the time I was able to spend really, really constructively. So I wasn't focusing on, I didn't have a doomsday scenario focus, which was really, really good. And that was thank you to a few people that I did manage to speak to beforehand, people who've been through it before. But, I was really touched or I really felt for. There were women in there who had to have biopsies, and they were showing signs. One woman was showing signs of some kind of cluster. It's to do with calcification, and now you see, this is where you get quite alarmed. And I just said to myself, I'm fine, I'm healthy. My every single cell in my body is healthy and full of vitality. And because this is the thing that always alarms me, is when somebody in the care industry says something about a treatment that alarms me. So this woman works in cancer care, and she said, I do not want chemotherapy. She said, I don't mind radiotherapy, I do not want chemotherapy. She worked with cancer patients. That's the book closed on that, as far as I'm concerned. That is all I need to know. So good morning, Yasmin. I forgot to tell everybody, the good news is I've had the all clear, had a few weeks of personal anxiety, worrying about my breast, right breast, but it's all right. They had a good old look. I had another mammogram where she squeezed my breast to bits, Yasmin. I mean, and there's not a lot to see. There's not a lot to see up there. In fact, we normally say, step away, there's nothing to see. And then I had an ultrasound. Two men. Yes, do you know what, Yasmin? They sent me a text. This was part of the process. They sent me a text, and it literally, yes, brutal, the mammogram. That nearly tipped me over the edge, because I thought, you know what, I'm a human being, and you think send me a text to tell me there might be something wrong is okay. Anyway, so I had another mammogram today. I then had that waited for 2 hours, 2.5, almost 3 hours, and then they did the scan, the ultrasound, and all clear. In fact, he said, we've looked at the mammogram, the second mammogram, and we can't see anything. It looks normal, but we're going to do a check of both breasts and then the ultrasound of the right breast. And it was all clear. So this is very, very good news for me. This is the 251. Shall I get it? Shall I run for the 251? Let's see, yes, I'm going to run for the bus. Work with me. Oh my Lord, I'm going to knock down somebody with a walking stick. Let's see if I can get on. Yes, I'm on. There we are. Right, I'm on the bus. So, so all clear. So that was very good news. So this is a 40-minute journey now. I won't keep the line. Oh dear. Out of breath. Don't tell anybody that the infernal hot Pilates teacher is out of breath, running 2 steps from a bus. But it's been a day and a half, A lot of energy was expended sitting in that waiting room. But I would say, yes. Oh yeah, I can see a message, Jasmine. Yeah, it is dehumanising, because it's not seeing the human being, is it, at all? So the text message was a follow-up, not the original message. And so when I got here today, so I've been through the whole thing, where I phoned up and then they rebooked the appointment, and they did send me a letter that I got. Don't know where that is. But when I got here today, she said, have you received your questionnaire? I said, oh no, she said, have you completed your questionnaire? And I said, what questionnaire? I didn't get that either. So, that can cause a lot of anxiety. But it's all good. That same woman who was in my bad books did give me 3 pieces of paper that I requested so that I could write, because I forgot my notebook. So I think they have a lot to learn, and they have a lot to learn in terms of interpersonal skills, because I don't know what point you came on, Yasmin, but I was talking about how she said to me, well, it's better to, because I used the word mutilation, because this whole thing, this whole experience of how women of colour are treated in the health service, it triggers me. It triggers me because sometimes I feel that we are an not even a body, just there to be experimented on, or ignored. And so I used the word mutilation, because I don't know that they're going to think carefully. I was told it was a needle. Then I said, oh, what size is this needle? And then she showed me, it looked huge. And so therefore, in my head, I'm thinking, right, they're going to butcher me. And so I said, well, I may choose not to be mutilated. And she said, well, that's up to you, it depends on how strong you feel about getting cancer. Or something like that. So it was really, really brutal the way she spoke, and I didn't like that because she was clearly annoyed, which is fine. She can be as frustrated as she likes. However, in your profession, you've got to take a step back, and you've got to say to yourself and come in with the point of view, I have no idea what this person is going through, so I'm going to respect them and actually, but perhaps come with the assumption, don't know what they're going through. However they react, I'm going to treat them with care and empathy and compassion. This is so my response is very much it's an intergenerational trauma. Because if you look back at the experiences of black people, in these so-called medical situations, I always think about the one in the States. I can't remember what it was called, but it's where they were injected with syphilis and then not told and just left without treatment. It's just awful. Whole community in Tennessee, I think it was. And, that kind of thing, that kind of, it comes back to that, the racism and, this institutional racism that, is still there in the way deaths is, akin to a developing country. The statistics are really, really bad because, statistics for cancers, for ovarian cancer, for breast cancer, for all of the cancers with women of colour are really, really bad because of the lack of care, but also probably because of their fear of coming forward to get the treatment, because they don't know that they're going to be treated like human beings. So I've cut off. Oh, never mind. I'm still talking as if I'm live. So that's what I wanted to say. It was the all clear, all is fine. So I'm going to come off now. I think that's it. So Soul Tribe, I'm back on location, not the location I had planned, but never mind. Latte with Lynda on location. So I see you, I feel you, I hear you, I get you, I've got you, I love you. Have a wonderful day.